Oh, jeez. U.S. urges citizens to leave Lebanon on any available ticket. Oh, boy. The U.S. Embassy in Beirut has urged citizens to leave Lebanon on, quote, any ticket available amid soaring tensions in the Middle East. The advisory follows a similar warning from UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy, who said the regional situation could deteriorate rapidly. Boy. Iran has vowed severe retaliation against Israel, which it blames for the death of Hamas chief Ismail. Are you kidding me? Which it blames for the death of Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran on Wednesday. I'm sure it was the other US-backed, settler colonial project in the Middle East that fired a missile into Tehran. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, sorry, not a missile, it was a bomb. Yeah. It is feared that Lebanon-based Hezbollah and an Iran-backed group could play a heavy role in such retaliation, which could in turn spark a serious Israeli response. Why does the U.S. keep insisting to make me kind of be on Iran's side? You're only kind of on Iran's side? The U.S. Embassy stated on Saturday that those who choose to stay in Lebanon should, quote, prepare contingency plans and be prepared to, quote, shelter in place for an extended period of time. I don't know about this one, folks. I've never seen The Guardian this hostile to Israel. Oh, it's not even an op-ed. Assassination again shows Netanyahu's disregard for U.S.-Israeli relations. True! Netanyahu views us with nothing but contempt. Perfect photo, yeah. 2 minutes ago, Iran gives first detailed statement on Hamas leader's killing, okay? I don't know how relevant that is necessarily. Mossad hired Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps agents in May to plant explosives that killed Haniyeh. Huh. All right. U.S. sending aircraft... Okay, we're sending a carrier group to Middle East. We already had one there. Did we pull it back? Where was it? Which carrier group? Who cares? Strike groups, range scenarios, the assassination. Bibi is trying everything to pull U.S. into war because he knows it'll screw the Dems' chances in the election to get Trump into office. Yeah, no, that's definitely a motivation. 100%, yeah. Israel's definitely going through with it then, yep. Yeah, it could be within 24 hours. Like, if Israel intends on invading Lebanon, they would let us know beforehand because they know we'll send a carrier group there. It's a replacement for the first carrier group. They were deployed for 6 months. Well, you got to change out the fuel rods eventually. The USS Abraham Lincoln's coming in? Okay. If it's just a swap, then I wouldn't read much into it. But it's not just a swap. The Roosevelt Strike Group is in the Gulf of Oman, but this one is being deployed off the shore of Lebanon, right? Did they say? To the Middle East. They might not be giving the specific instructions. If it is just going to the Gulf of Oman, then, you know, okay. Just chilling. Kuwaiti Airlines on Saturday became the latest airline to suspend all flights to Beirut due to the current situation in the region. Yeah, a bunch of airlines have stopped running to Beirut. Lufthansa and Air France are huge. Lufthansa is massive. It's a massive airline. Jeez. Guys, nothing's going to happen. Iran doesn't want to go to war. Yeah, but Hezbollah does, and Israel does. Israel, yeah. U.S. officials said the anticipated Iranian attack could occur in the coming days. U.S. closely watching the region. Officials said the attack may be similar to a barrage ballistic missile drones. Iran's warning the UN that Hezbollah is going to be targeting civilian targets in Israel. What? Wait, what? Wait, they're just saying that? Iran has warned that... So wait, Iran has warned that Hezbollah may hit broader and deeper targets in Israeli territory. Iran's permanent mission to the UN said Hezbollah may not restrict itself solely to military targets. It comes in response to Israeli strike. Wait. Hezbollah will likely respond to Israel's satire. Oh, okay. My apologies for being behind on the times, I guess. Oh, no, this article is from today. Iran has already said that Hezbollah will be their, like, emissary in delivering retribution to Israel. Okay. Iran will be like, look, we didn't do nothing, wink, wink. Yeah, Iran doesn't want direct military conflict. They want to run through their proxies. Well, imaginary MDA, they're not saying they're going after civilians. They're saying, oh, Hezbollah, you know, because of what Israel did, Hezbollah might go a little wacky this time. They might go a little crazy with it. We need to see about getting them passports. I mean, if you live in Lebanon, then yeah, I certainly hope so. Sheesh. God damn it, man. This could happen literally tonight. Israel already has a Lebanon invasion operational plan ready to go. Well, it is tonight over there right now, so it could happen tonight, like next morning for them. The Iron Dome couldn't deal with a mass barrage, could it? A mass barrage of missiles and rockets fired from southern Lebanon would... The Iron Dome could not do much about that. So after Lebanon and West Bank is taken, is Jordan next? Well, officially, we're not allowing them to take any more territory, though obviously we kind of are. But no, Jordan is not next. Jordan's ostensibly an ally to Israel. They're certainly an ally to the United States. Last time Iran attacked, they waited 2 weeks, so if a similar timeline happens now, it'll probably happen August 12th to 13th. I think it's a holiday in Israel for the weekend, too. Maybe. There's another possibility, though. I could be completely wrong. I'm only suggesting a possibility. What if they do it really quickly because there's no U.S. carrier group in the region? They know the USS Abraham Lincoln is on its way. And once the carrier group is in position, the United States will pretty much immediately begin retaliatory firing into Lebanon. If they attack before then, they get a window of time during which they're not operating under the blanket of, you know, U.S. naval and air supremacy. Could be wrong. They probably won't do that. But, you know. It'd be cool if we didn't, though. I agree. We should stay out of it completely. Netanyahu keeps antagonizing Jordan, though. I mean, yeah, Netanyahu's a monster, and he alienates everyone because he's a megalomaniacal lunatic, despised by his own people, who's only trying to keep himself from the many find outs that he's around to earn. This is from 2019, but I doubt things have improved significantly since then. Comrade Robin Hood, I think they would attack Lebanon. I think that despite what Biden has said, that we're not going to assist Israel in a war against Hezbollah, I think that because Biden is a massive pussy, I think that if war breaks out, the carrier group would fire into Lebanon against, like, designated, you know, known Hezbollah targets. I'm afraid you'll be right. We'll see. I'm looking at their, I'm trying to find the map of their territory, and for some reason I'm having a hard time finding it. Oh, here we go. I don't know why that took me so long. Perhaps better to look at the live UA map. Okay. U.S. Secretary of Defense has ordered the deployment of another squadron of F-22 fighter jets to the Middle East. Israeli Army spokesman, the Israeli fighter jets attacked targets of the Hezbollah organization in the Kafkila area, including infrastructures and military structures. Okay, that's over there. Israeli security forces in Jerusalem. I really don't think Israel's going to do this. Simric, I think that Israel is as poised for this war as Russia was with Ukraine. Keep in mind, Russia also did not have enough logistically to pull it off. It doesn't matter. Fascism is irrational. Of course, a war on this level, this will be nothing like Russia and Ukraine. Obviously. That being said, in terms of the availability of working equipment, at least on Hezbollah's side, I mean, Russia and Hezbollah are both operating with Cold War equipment, right? Also, we're dealing with the fact that this is like all very tiny, this is all very compacted, mountainous territory. Whereas in Ukraine, you have like big open, marshy, kind of like, you know, breadbasket floodplains kind of territory. It's difficult to fire that far. I mean, what distances are we talking about here? Where's the ruler? 10 kilometers, 5 miles down there. Yeah, from here to here, the entire red, like, tinted area right here is 20 miles. You with very basic, not even super advanced equipment, you could fire accurate missiles at any point within Hezbollah territory, at least to the south. That being said, this area would be hell to take. I mean, seriously, just look at the way everything is laid out when you zoom in. If you zoom in on, like, eastern Ukraine, you have little villages in the middle of nowhere connected by single roads. Here, it's all mountain territory with winding, curvy roads. Every curvy road that you see, every road that curves, this is all mountainous terrain. That's why they curve like that. Trust me, road engineers want to build straight roads, okay? Whenever you're looking at shit like this, you're talking about topography. You're talking about forests. You're talking about rivers. In this case, we're talking about topography. I mean, look at this crap. Mountains and tunnels and caves and Unless it's a cityscape, but yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Picture of South Lebanon. Not exactly ideal territory. Remember, Israel was catapulting incendiary explosives into the forest recently because they want to burn the forest down to make it easier for them to move through. Could this be Israeli-Afghanistan? I mean, kinda, yeah. Like, the comparison is there, right? Like, yeah. It already was. They already did it twice. Yeah, don't forget the history of Hezbollah, folks. How did Hezbollah get started, we ask ourselves. The Party of God, led since 1992, paramilitary wing of the Jihad Council, established by Lebanese clerics primarily to fight the 1982 Israeli invasion of Lebanon. The Hezbollah isn't just anti-Israel. They were made to fight Israel. Hezbollah, Hamas, who gives a shit? Well, Hamas is just an insurgent group. Hezbollah, they're a military. Yeah, you think Hezbollah fell out of a coconut tree? If Turkey supports Lebanon, will the U.S. go to war with Turkey? Keep in mind that Hezbollah and Lebanon are two distinct groups. Kind of. Also, Turkey's just saber rattling. Turkey's not actually going to send troops to support Hezbollah. Also, even if they did... okay, actually, in a world ridiculous enough where Turkey sends troops to fight Israel with Hezbollah, I don't know what the U.S. would do, but it's not going to happen. It feels like Israel created its own enemies. Yeah, kind of weird, huh? Modern thermals make jungle warfare much easier. IEDs are going to be the only real threat. No, don't forget that guy. Hezbollah is a military. They don't have IEDs. They just have EDs, you know? They're not out there, like, you know, brewing explosives in metal pans or whatever. They have Cold War era weaponry. They've got pills for that now? Yeah. They have more advanced stuff than Cold War. I'm sure they have some. Generally, most of their equipment is Cold War era, right? I believe. I think it'd be a mix of both, Comrade Robin Hood. The terrain is just too good for them not to take advantage of, like, insurgency tactics along with the lines they'd hold. Do you think Russia will get involved? Russia does not have weapons to spare. Iran would probably provide them stuff. Yeah, but they have the odd system from Iran that's more up to date. Gotcha. I hate the list of military equipment pages because they're so long. I wish they were like... In this case, we don't know how many of them they have, too. We don't really know what they're working with. Yeah, I don't really have the brain to parse this information at a glance. Reuters update? Ah, Reuters. What weapons does Hezbollah have? I think it started. What? Okay, can I get a source on this that isn't Faytux News? Linkers? Spectator Index? There we go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, shouldn't the live UA map be updated with that then? Nothing here yet, but they don't necessarily get it right away. They were firing rockets for weeks, though? Yeah, but to my knowledge, this is the first significant strike that's happened since Iran promised retaliation. Assuming that as many rockets have been fired as is implied by the image that we saw from Faytux News. It's possible that this is just, like, regular barrage stuff. We'll see. Yeah, just a normal rocket barrage. You know how it is. We've all been there. It's about 50 rockets from the videos I'm seeing. That's not many. They might be probing. Well, keep in mind, Hezbollah wants Israel to initiate the war. It's not like Hezbollah is going to march with their troops down into Israel, you know? They're trying to provoke Israel, probably with a relatively light provocation. Relatively light, I know. Because they want it to seem like Israel's the aggressor, which obviously in very long arm of things they are in this specific instance. We're very back and forth at this moment. No music. Shooting stars. Also waste Iron Dome munitions on dumb fire. Yeah, you probably wouldn't want an Iron Dome interceptor missile taking out one of your nicer rockets or missiles. Upwards of 150,000 missiles and rockets held by Hezbollah. Hezbollah says it has rockets that can hit all areas of Israel. What are the... Does anyone know? What are the largest munitions that they have? Like, they don't have anything comparable to the 2,000-pound JDAMs that Israel possesses, you know? If Hezbollah wanted to just wreak massive havoc on civilian population centers, what are the largest... How much damage could they do? Or all these rockets like 100 pounds or whatever, you know? They absolutely do. They have ballistic missiles. But about how much? They have the Scud. Nothing ever happens, guys, when when Hezbollah launches a 13,000-ton Scud directly into the center of Tel Aviv. Okay. All right. Sometimes things do happen. Scuds are cheap too. Well, I mean, they've been around for a while. They keep the amount they get from Syria hush-hush, so we have no idea how many they get. Yeah, we don't exactly have good numbers on Hezbollah's military capabilities. More footage? Man. Oh, guys. The more I see how fucking slow these... Those are the interceptions, right? What we're seeing here are the Iron Dome interceptor missiles. Yeah, because they're popping up like that. These really do seem like these are initial waves meant to eat up the Iron Dome interceptors. Like, obviously, I could be wrong. I can't see the future. But if I was doing all this in an RTS, and I'm thinking, it's time, buddy, you would open with something like this to eat up the interceptors first. Which means that they could fire another wave anytime. They could be firing it right now. I wonder what is their capacity? Hezbollah has far, far, far more missiles and rockets than Israel does Iron Dome interceptors. Those interceptor missiles from the Iron Dome trucks are very expensive. The targeting system that you need to intercept a rocket flying through the air, turns out that's pretty expensive. If they want to attrition the Iron Dome, that won't work out long term. I mean, they kind of have to an extent. The Iron Dome's been having shortages for a while now. But even then, I don't think they're trying to attrition it. If they're going for it, they're going for it. They would try to exhaust the Iron Dome's capabilities in the wee hours of the morning right now. And then they would probably sometime before the sunrise launch the real attack. Maybe they're trying to probe Israel right now to try to bait Israel into being the initial aggressor with real munitions, you know? Like, maybe they're trying to put Israel in a position where Netanyahu's like, fire, and they like launch a massive strike into Lebanon, and they kick off the third Israeli-Lebanon war. Or Israeli-Hezbollah war, I guess. Why spend so much money on something that can't stop all the missiles? Because the Iron Dome is meant to protect against, like, Hamas, mostly. It's, like, to prevent small, weak, unguided rockets being fired from the West Bank. That's, like, the main, you know. And it does do that pretty well. The Iron Dome is a technological miracle. I think that Israel sucks, but I'm not going to deny the technical expertise. Like, it is very impressive, but it's just not meant for this kind of thing. Israel, what's the name of the other system? Israel has another deterrent system for larger rockets and missiles, for cruise missiles and ballistic missiles. What's the other one called? David Sling. That's right, because they're fucking LARPers. Failed. Defense counter Raytheon became operational in 2017. Designed to intercept enemy planes, drones, tactical ballistic missiles. Imagine calling yourself David when you're armed with nukes and American military equipment. Fucking hate Israel so fucking much. Like, you're up against Hamas and fucking Lebanon. It's like, yeah, we have the most advanced military equipment in the world, but we're definitely David, guys. Yeah, it should be Goliath's foot. Medium to long-range rockets and missiles fired at ranges from 40 to 300 kilometers. David Sling replaced. Yeah, this is like their big. It's the first anti-air system designed to intercept a missile in space in April, though. It's so cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but how many of these can they have? Two-stage missile. Each one of them costs $1 million. Maximum speed, Mach 7.5. How many of them do they have? It's probably classified how many of them they have. They don't even let us know how many nukes they have. I guess that's true, Nikki Bugs. That's encouraging, Benjamin. I will point out, by the way, that according to some random Twitter posts that I saw yesterday that were probably from fascist accounts, the amount of pizza deliveries was very high last night in DC, and the number of people at the local bars was very low. So make of that what you will, but the pizza index is, yeah, I'm stupid. What does that mean? Historically, and this is true, by the way, historically, if the people at the Pentagon or the State Department are pulling a long night, you know, because something's happening, you see that orders for takeout or delivery pizza go way, way up in the area, you know, in the DC area. Now, they no longer do that because in the Pentagon, at least, we went over this before. They have rules now. You can't order out food because it's actually a national security risk for there to be that obvious of a sign that something is going down. But I think that's only for the Pentagon, not necessarily the State Department. You can order pizza to, you know, you can order pizza to the Capitol building, the White House, what have you. So, yeah, the Pentagon has its own pizzeria, but the you know, the Soviets used that to predict several incidents. Yeah, whatever. We'll see. Yeah, exactly, Thana. Like, even if you have a fucking pizza place in the Pentagon, literally, like, half of DC is caught up in this shit. There's no way to avoid some kind of social indicator that shit is going down, you know? I wonder what percentage of Hezbollah's missiles are in decent condition. I would guess most of them. For one, keep in mind, even though a lot of their equipment is relatively old, it's not that old. The problem with Russia's equipment isn't just that it's old, it's that it's been kept in warehouses in Siberia, and, like, Sergei has been funneling fuel out of it to sell or drink, and they're not properly maintaining it. Hezbollah are pretty fanatical. I get the feeling they would take care of their equipment, because they really want to fuck up Israel. It's confirmed. Times of Israel. It doesn't even matter, even if they're duds, they still eat up an Iron Dome interceptor. That's true. That's another point, by the way. You don't even need a warhead in order to eat up an Iron Dome interceptor. You literally just need the engine. You can literally, like, you can eat up an Iron Dome interceptor missile for basically nothing. You literally just need a device capable of firing in an arc into Israel, which is not high pressure bottle rockets. You know, drop a Mentos in a diet Coke and send it over the border. Live update from Times of Israel. Oh boy. Stay strong, bros. Semi-credible reports of death and injury by random Twitter posts. Okay, that would be a confirm, by the way. For the most part, when Hezbollah fires its rocket barrages, it's like a hello, hello, I am here kind of deal, you know? They tend not to fire them in extremely targeted way. Like, I'm not saying they try to avoid casualties, because they don't. It's more like, it's hard to describe. I feel like their priority is more rustling things than it is casualties. If casualties start rolling in the dead of night, oh boy. Boy. Canada has changed their risk assessment level for Israel and is now advising citizens to avoid all travel to the country. It's definitely 100% happening. Absolutely. If they're issuing these warnings not only for Lebanon but to Israel, even after everything that's happened in Israel, they haven't yet issued it, and now they're issuing it. They know something that we don't. Well, I mean, I guess we do know. Like, they know it. Oh, man. U.S. Air Force refuelers doing loops over Kuwait, meaning there's other jets probably already up there ready to shoot down missiles from Iran. I don't know if it's going to come from Iran. I feel like Iran might want to keep their hands off this one. But that's what they would be doing if they're around Kuwait. I mean, there's still a possibility of it coming from Iran, right? OSN Defender is shit. Yeah, but he's just posting a screenshot from this, and I know this website, so... Oh, man. They might just be patrolling. I don't think they normally do that. The refueling jets, just, like, doing circles? Isn't there a U.S. military base in Kuwait? Yeah, but they're not normally wasting fuel going around in circles, like, with the tankers, you know? UK prepares to evacuate civilians from Lebanon as Middle East conflict widens. Yeah, we saw that. What is Al Jazeera currently up to? What are they yapping about? No live Al Jazeera. What about Al Jazeera Live Arabic? Why did I not see this when I Okay. Started streaming November 25th, 2022. They have been keeping it going. Al Jazeera English Live. Why did I not find these when I looked for them? Big protests in Tel Aviv right now. Hope they don't get hit by a missile. House Reps introduced Bunker Buster Act to thwart Iranian nuclear development. It would empower U.S. president to arm Israel with a massive 30,000... Would a bunker buster even be able to hit the nuclear development facility that we're aware of? I mean, there are limits to how deep the bunker buster can go. Is this just a virtue signal thing? Bunker buster bomb. penetrate 10 to 20 meters of earth. The bomb weighs 3,000 pounds, but the one referenced here weighs 30,000 pounds, so it could presumably go a lot further. What weapon like that even exists? Is there a 30,000 pound bunker buster bomb in existence? The GBU-57? We build the darndest things. Yep, that'll do it. Massive ordnance penetrator, bunker buster bomb used by the U.S. Air Force. It is substantially larger than the deepest penetrating bunker busters previously available. It is designed to accomplish a difficult, complicated mission of reaching and destroying an adversary's weapons of mass destruction located well. So this is the anti-Iran nuclear research facility bomb. This is the bomb created specifically for Iran. Okay. It can only penetrate 200 feet. I wonder how much damage the shockwaves from it could do. You did, Fluffernutter. In 2012, the Pentagon requested $82 million to develop greater penetration power for the existing weapon. Jesus Christ. Vid of one being dropped? Wow, cool. That just goes right in there, huh? No worries, Benjamin. We love you here. That is so weird. Crazy that it just goes in like that. Like, I doubt it would work that well in concrete. I'm surprised. I don't see much news coverage of this. Yeah, this is not at all seen as a big deal in Israel. Well, no, it is, because this is following Iran's threat. Also, RAF heavy transport plane just landed at the British base in Cyprus, IMO. They're delivering helicopters in case of an emergency evac of British citizens from the Middle East. Shit, really? I mean, the media isn't saying shit. It's like midnight over there, and it's only been half an hour or so. An Airbus A400M British RAF. What makes this barrage different from the barrages Hezbollah does all the time? Because a bomb went off in Tehran the other day, which killed a Hamas leader. Israel hasn't taken credit for it, but it was Israel. And following that, Iran said, like, mark your days. We're going to get your ass. And then at the UN, Iran said, I don't know. I'm not going to do anything, folks. But Hezbollah might indiscriminately fire into Israel at civilian populations. Who knows? We don't control them. Wink. And these rocket attacks are happening in the dead of night. It's pretty indicative. Not to mention we have evacuation warnings coming out from the United States and Britain in Lebanon, and apparently Canada is now putting out a full do not go here advisory to Israel, not just Lebanon. A lot's happening, folks. It's very different this time, I think. Who knows? Israel's been primed to invade Hezbollah for, Lebanon, you know, fight Hezbollah in Lebanon for months now. That's fun, K-Comrade Robin Hood. Barrage rockets launched through more. It could be a little something something. Maybe not. We'll have to see. Yeah, but nobody's going to be invading Iran, South Texas Titan. I don't even think the United States would win if we did. Yeah, sorry, just to be clear, this is like all of Iran, basically. All of Iran looks like this, more or less. It's just not... It's not conducive to invasion. From Al Jazeera, apparently the U.S. has been having a tough time rallying any allies to aid them here. Israel and the U.S. are on their own militarily. Well, for one, good.
We'll now speak to Marwan Bishara. He's Al Jazeera's senior political analyst joining us from London. So, Marwan, just give me, first of all, your overall assessment as to what do you think the next few days may look like?
Well, clearly, the Iranians, the Hezbollah, Hamas, they're all kind of keeping it under wraps. And that's sort of to their advantage and to Israel's disadvantage in the sense that moving forward, nervous times. And I think plans that Iran flame some of the tension.
That's pretty true. Well, okay, comrade, I think it depends on what you mean by, like, allying with, right? Jordan does not like Israel. The Saudis don't like Israel. No one likes Israel. You know, maybe they'll send some planes up or fire some interceptor missiles or whatever, but in terms of actual extensive military support, I don't know. It's not like Israel has many close friends. Joe Biden likes Israel? Yeah. Don't remind me. Maybe we get a pause for a bit. You know, I hate to... I don't want to tempt fate, but I wasn't planning on streaming forever. I was going to hang out with friends tonight. Forgive my ignorance, but why would a Trump presidency with a cabinet filled with Nazis send troops to aid Israel? Wouldn't Trump just say America first and let the non-Christians kill themselves? No. It sounds contradictory, but in reality, fascists are incredibly globally minded. The reason for this is because the thing that fascists fear most is global isolation. When the entire world turns against them, it's basically impossible for them to do what they want to do. So they ally with other war-hungry countries, countries that have an alignment with them ideologically. This is the reason why, even though you'd think there'd be a million differences between them, Trump got along with Bolsonaro and Putin and Viktor Orban in Hungary. You know, all of these are like ultra-nationalist political leaders. Some of them aren't even white, at least not by the American definition, and yet here they are getting along with a white supremacist American wannabe dictator. I mean, the Nazis, Southern Italians are pretty dark-skinned, you know, relatively speaking. The Japanese were honorary Aryans. Strongmen tend to like other strongmen. And, you know, Israel allows us to front our power in a land we otherwise wouldn't have as much control over. The moment you turn off stream, you doom the Middle East. I know. But I don't think there's much point in us just, like, sitting here and staring at the Al Jazeera live update feed, waiting to see if we get another round of rockets.